I just came across a video, Yaga Simba the movie, and then there's the title of the video said, "Now it makes sense," and that is when Simba was looking for his father's feeling sad about his father, and then the baboon ushered him to the waters, and then he asked of him to look deeper, and then he started seeing the reflection of his father, and then his father spoke to him, "Okay, now you remember," and then the father said, "You know what, you've forgotten me, and in order for you to be, you need to go back." So that triggered why I'm doing this video, because I was reminded of a time when I had a psychotic breakdown. That was in 2015. What had happened was that October 2014, I was at my friend's wedding. Actually, before my friend's wedding, I was at church, and as I was sitting there, one of the ladies who was the organizer of the Women's Conference. It was one of the committee at the national level. She was standing there at the front, and then she was saying that they actually want new people, new faces, to take part in the program, to become one of the people that are going to be in the program. And as she was speaking, I've always I've always had this thing. I know when somebody is talking about me, and I know when somebody, and let's say, for example, you come through to me, you ask something, and judging from how you are responding and whatsoever, or how you are asking, I'm already able to tell what your decision is going to be. Like, what if you are going to maybe come for the consultation or take what I'm telling you? I already know how to read, which is one of the superpowers that I have. And actually, most of us, we do have. It's just that many of us, these things are lying dormant. So yeah, for those that have worked with me and those are working with me, I help them activate that dormant aspect of themselves. So then this lady, she was talking, and I was like, okay, no, she's talking about me, this one. And she may now, and because I had decided that year I was going to go to the women's conference. It was the year 17, it was the 17th anniversary of the women's conference in the church. I was going to go for the first time in that conference. And as I was sitting there, I knew what she's talking about me, this one. And as I was sitting there, I was like, I'm not going to be part of that program. I'm not going to be part of that program. And then fast forward, I'm in my friend's wedding, and then my husband comes rushing with the phone. He's like, someone is looking for you. And I'm like, on his phone, okay, my phone is died, the battery is died, Vele, I've put it in the car. Now I take the phone. When I listen, it's a lady from church. No, yeah, we've been trying to get hold of you. So and so has been is trying to get hold of you. Now, the one that was trying to get hold of me is the one that was standing in the front that other time that I'm referring to. Now she couldn't find me. Now she called this one to find out if she can get hold of me, because now they want to make a decision. Now they want to make a decision. They are at the convention committee. Now they are putting together a program. And then this lady who's a very good friend of mine, that's why he also had my husband's number. Because we are more related, It's not that we knew when we got into the churches, we were sharing the same names, that, okay, nami wakamlangeni, nabuko wakamlangeni, so we are one family, one big family. So these are some of the things that I'm sharing in that book, Hilo Love Story. So anyway, this lady, then she says to me, they've been trying to get hold of you, but anyway, because they couldn't, now I have already agreed on you. Please don't get angry. I've already agreed on your behalf that yes, it's fine, they can put you on the program. They can put you on the program. Fast forward, they put me in the program. Now I'm in the program. I don't even know what I'm going to be doing in that program. And now, because it's the first time I'm going to be going to the conference, and I mean, now I'm going, obviously, this is it's a national event, and now here I am, manje, a tiny girl, obviously I was married by then, but they know me in the branch, but they have not thought of me at a bigger scale. Now everybody's worried. No, we're going to give you verses. Don't worry, we'll help you. We'll help you. We'll give you the verses. Well, now you must just ask and whatever. So, anyway, fast forward. It's time now to go to the conference. And then I'm told, I'm going to be opening they want me to facilitate a program of healing, or a session of healing. And then this woman is actually telling me, actually it's the first time they are having this in church, this session, but they want, they thought I'll be a perfect fit. She told them, I'll be a perfect fit for me to facilitate that. And I'm like, Yavanda, me? Anyway, fast forward, the week that we are supposed, now we're fasting. Every time there's things that when it's going to be conferences, we always have fasting. We fast for those couple of maybe 3 days that week, even if it's a water fast, maybe from in the morning from 6 to 6, those type of things. So now, I was supposed to go to the church. I didn't go. I couldn't make it. I don't even remember what happened. So now my pastor, everyone is worried. Now, even my husband is thinking, but have you started preparing? And I'm like, no, I haven't prepared anything. Then we are supposed to go the Saturday morning. The Friday during the day, I'm thinking, man, I must really go and prepare for this. Even if I write one sentence, at least to have an idea what it is that I'm going to be talking about. Then when I get to my bedroom, as I'm sitting there, then a thought comes, no, I must go into Pick n Pay to get something, there's things that I needed to go and get. Then I'll come back, then at least I'll have enough time to sit. Go to Pick n Pay. When I went to Pick n Pay, the next thing, I'm at the till, and then I see this magazine. I think I remember well, it's Destiny. I remember it had a male feature, and it also had a woman feature. And then I buy this a magazine, Destiny, because it had my friend, a guy that was my friend, that is my friend, that is my friend that we met at Stanley. So he was at the front because he was one of the great, he had a very good company doing trading and all of those things. So he was at the front. So I bought that. It was called Destiny Man, if I remember well. Then I bought the thing, then I come back. As I'm sitting, after unpacking, I'm like, okay, let me just read what they are saying about him. But the first thing then I'm reading because I'm like, no, let me just read the editor's thing. When I'm reading up the editor's thing, and it mentions something about Jonah, the verse, Jonah, the book of Jonah. And I'm like, no, Jonah ulona bamthuma eTarashish, eNineveh, washona eTarashish. Okay, I closed the book. Now I know what I'm going to talk about. Guys, this life is interesting. At least the way that have been. Then I'm like, this is what I'm going to be talking about. Hey, now I go and sit, and now I'm thinking, what am I going to say? I know things are not coming. And then eventually I decide, you know what? I'm just going to forget about this thing. And then just as I close the thing, the book, the journal where I was writing it, I prepare. Then I start getting these messages. Guys, I'm thinking, okay, I take a piece of paper. Now I just scribble, the things, okay, this, and I don't know what I wrote. But what I wrote, as somebody was reading, it didn't make sense. Then I put in, I'm like, okay, we are done, we are okay. Hey, my pastor calls, in the afternoon around 4, because now they're worried, Guti, I didn't come to the a prayer session, and now I haven't called even him. Am I ready for tomorrow? Anyway, the pastor again, I tell him, Guti, he asks, have you prepared? No, at least I've got a book. I haven't prepared, but I've got a book, and then that's that. As long as I've got a book, if you've got want anything else, please. But I know you'll be fine, man. I know you'll find. And your husband is there. He'll also help you. And I'm like, no, it's fine. We'll meet tomorrow. We'll meet at church. We're leaving early hours of the morning, and then we'll get there. We're going to Klerksdorp. Guys, then my husband comes later. We've asked good. I was telling him, so prepare, and I gave him a piece of paper. He's like, hey, I wish to be a fly. Is this what you're going to be talking about? And I'm like, no, those were the things that came. And manje, I just wrote some of the things that came. I can already imagine. But now, like, my son asked, because now everybody was worried on my behalf. I mean, everybody doesn't want to be embarrassed in front of the whole people. So my children is like, my sons are like looking good. But Mama, it doesn't make sense. But the father is already connected. I mean, Vele, we are almost network here. Anyway, fast forward on the day we go. And there now, what happens on the road is one of the taxis. We were traveling by 2 taxis for the first time in our branch or in our district. We had 2 taxis, 15-seaters full of women going to the conference. And this one elderly lady was telling me, which, you see what this woman used to, which was my senior pastor's wife who passed away, who always said to me, well, now you are the light. And you are the one that is blocking the people. You are the one that is, if we were not everybody will uzogqoka. And that's exactly what happened. One at the time after people also followed. And now we were going, it was two taxis. And then unfortunately on the road, one of the taxis was held. Gas gave whatever, disco, whatever, I don't know. But there was a problem. Now we are waiting. And the conference that is supposed to start at 8. We are supposed to be there at 8. So now we're still standing on the road. And I'm like, good shot. The program is done. I'm not going to be there. Anyway, I'm not going to be there. So it's fine. I shouldn't be worrying myself because I'm not going to make it. So now I'm getting relaxed. Because I'm sitting in the front and I'm getting anxious, 2 hours later, 10 a.m., we make it to the conference. The conference is supposed to have started at 8. 10 a.m., we make it to the conference, and then we come, and then we are shown the classes. And as we walk into the class, one of the elderly ladies of our church comes rushing. Hi, Maswane, we've been waiting for you. And I'm like, you waiting for me? She's like, oh, yes, we haven't started. We are waiting for you. Look at you, you're not even dressed properly. And I'm like, goodness. I thought this thing is done already. I mean, it's 2 hours, it break. Hey, and I'm like, and they're like, no, we're waiting for, come. Where's your uniform? Hey, this one who put me on the program is following to come and support me, because she's the one who was putting me in the program. Get to the bathroom. Now people, Mike telling people, good day, they must come. This thing is starting. Mazwane is here. Guys, I went to the bathroom. I put on my heels. Put on my heels. Hey, fagi sambatho sami. Mangqoka nje mangibeka le clap. Ngathi, you know what? Mina ngithi take over. Yabona we ngithi take over. Because mina I don't even know ukuthi ngiyothini whatever. Sasingase ngiyaphuma. And I left. And as I was walking, I'm walking with this, and she's busy trying to calm me down. And my other friend, sister, who's now the pastor in the church, is like, don't worry, we'll sing more songs. You know, what song must I start for you? And I'm like, there's one song that I can't, this song that I want in particular that you must start for me when they call me. And then when I go and sit down, you must start this other song. Then I went, guys, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what it is that I said. All I know, Uguti, by the time I sat down when it was time for prayer, because remember I was told to facilitate thing of what? Of healing. I was talking about John. Owatunywa, Nineveh, washona kuphi, eTarashish. That's all I did. After doing that, I don't know what I said and what, but all I know, people were kalabantu, people were praying. Yay, yay. And people are like, after the thing, because that's all that happened after the prayer. Then people were told to go and break away. Apparently, we were supposed to have started with this. There's no way that the conference would have started without us doing. And now everybody's singing praises. That time, I'm shivering. I'm vibrating. If you don't know what is being in high frequencies, then I don't know. But I'm vibrating and I'm like, okay. After that, fast forward, I come back home. My husband is wanting to know, want to know how it went in this time. All that I know, it went well. It went beyond my expectation. I don't know, Mina. Maybe you must ask the people that I went with. But from what I'm hearing, it looks like it was a very good thing. It was people came, elder people were told me go ting balapile, and everybody. So I don't know, I don't know. But all I know, whatever that was supposed to happen happened. So now, my husband doesn't take the story. I get home, they want me to relay this story. You know what? Let me just go and sleep. Let me go and sleep because I wish it's overnight thing, so we don't sleep. Let me sleep. When I wake up, then I'll tell you the story. Guys, just as I was sitting, now I see this. We are sitting for lunch. They've prepared lunch. They've prepared. So just as I said, I see this video and I opened this video, and then this lady is talking about on TDX, talking about how the resources of Africa are taken advantage of. The people of Africa told that they are poor and guys, as I said, they asked me, Gucci, what happened? I don't know. The only thing, Mina, that I know as I was sitting there, I was hearing the voice telling me, Gucci, you need to go back. You need to go back to that particular night that you were told when you were, and I was shown that night. That is the night that I'm mentioning in my book, Plastic Man. In my book, which when I was 4, I was dreaming. I was having this dream. And now I'm sitting. I'm not sleeping. I'm sitting in a dining table, and I'm hearing this. Guti, go back. You have got to go. You see, Guti, abantu bakulindile. People are lost because of you. Go back. You need to go back. Now I'm reviving and I'm thinking, good party. When I was having that dream, I was 4 years old. Guys, I had a psychotic breakdown. 3 days. I lost my consciousness. I couldn't think. I couldn't even answer my phone. I couldn't even type. I couldn't even, when people were here, I had to go in my ears. 3 days. I was a zombie. I could not sleep. The only thing that was happening in my head, go back. You have got to go back. And now I'm thinking, I need to go back And now I'm thinking of this particular dream and what happened after that dream. But I was in that dream, and I was taken to this lady, and they said I saw something that I was not supposed to have seen at night, and that's why I'm like this. And now what it is, then I'm for 12 a.m. I'm calling my mother. Mama, you remember when this happened? What did this woman, when you took me there, what did she say? Mama was like, I don't remember. Hey, why are you looking for this? And guys, I went home. I drove. As I'm driving, I'm wearing all white. Guys, I was even opening the windows at night, looking outside. When I look at it is a full moon. I didn't even know that time it was a full moon or what. And I'm looking good, but this is how the moon was. And I'm like, now I want to fly. My husband is asking, hey, I'm waking up. Stand up, what do you want to? I want to die. Because something in me is like, I need to, it is pushing me back. It's like I need to sleep, like rest. And now I'm busy saying to him, there's this exercise that we do also with couples to establish if you are trusting each other or anything like that. So then you'll put you will be on the partner will stand at your back, the husband will stand at your back, and when you must let go of your body, and then they will entrust good, they will catch you. So I'm doing that, Manjoguti, this one must catch me. That time, I've created a circle. Guys, a circle, I always hand candles for my bathroom when I'm bathing, and I'm putting those as the scented candles, means a bit dim, and put petals and put, and you have this thing. That time, the candles, I had made a round thing. Remember at the conference, we also had a candlelight, and we were told, Guti, this candlelight, we must go and burn this candle for 3 consecutive days or until it finishes. Pray with it. Guys, I put this candle, this one that I came back with, in the middle, all the others around. I've created a circle match in the middle of the night. Sitting there, now I'm looking for this white thing. I'm sitting there, no, I don't find this white thing. Now I'm taking my clothes off, sitting there now. The voice is very loud. Go back. Aye. Singmile lapha efestereni. Vula ifester, mangivula i-curtain, and I'm watching this moon. Now I want to fly. My husband asking, "Sithanda wenza ngithi kuthi ngidize." I'm putting my hands like this, preparing to fly now. Guys, on those 3 days, I even wrote uGedle Ihlekiso Jacob Zuma a letter. Angisho phela mina was the number 1 enemy kaJacob Zuma, because i-rapist lena afundanga kwasho. I wrote him a letter that day. I wrote him a letter, and here I am wanting to post a Word document, attach a Word document, and send this letter to Jay-Z via tweet. If I was still working at that time, I'm sure they would have booked me to a psychotic hospital and gave me medication. The way my husband was like, just Nitije, please hold me. That's all that I asked of him. Just hold me. I couldn't sleep, guys. I couldn't close my eyes, because when I close my eyes, like, I'm thinking, I must die. It means then I must die. Somehow I must die. And now I'm afraid of dying. Because how else can I go back to the Lokuzan besides me dying? And I'm thinking now I'm going to leave my kids. Hey, wara stories. That is when I eventually after 3 days, out of nowhere, it was like the veil was clear, and I felt like man. Hayi, mina ngi-right man. And hayi man, no, ngi-right. I fast forward ke guys to today. Why I'm sharing this thing ukuthi go back. Mina, I thought going back means ukuthi I must go back to my childhood, to being a child. And I knew, I thought going back means I must die, physically die. But what I didn't understand at the time, what going back meant to me, that I need to go back to my ancient ancestors' consciousness. Go back to how things were done, how we viewed life, how we saw ourselves, because in our core, we lack nothing and we know that we are complete. Hence, we did not even have to pray for anything because we already knew that whatever it is that is out there, we have it and we are one with it. So we were just waking up, sitting that we've been given another day to be here. That's what going back meant. Not what I thought. And when we are busy telling you, Guti, we need to go back to our ancestors' consciousness, I am still saying this. We will not be able to resolve the things that we are supposed to resolve. We will not be able to take our power. We will not be able to get to where we are supposed to be until we go back to our ancestors' consciousness, until we go back to the roots. Some of you, when you see us saying that, you see those videos like, you want us to go back to the times when we did not have electricity, we did not hey, those are backwards. And now, do you see what is happening? When we were doing that, we were walking barefoot, we were told good, we were backwards. Today, they are calling it grounding, and me and you are paying them so that we can walk barefoot in our land that they took. We're paying them. We are even afraid to Simba was only able to go and fight for his rightful inheritance. He was able to do that when he remembered who he is. As long as we are looking at ourselves in the eyes or through how they told us we are to look at ourselves and our lives, we will not be able to go and fight and take back what is ours. We will still be sitting in the position that we are sitting and hoping for somebody to come and save us. We will hope to get somebody will vote for somebody else who's going to get us the things that we are going to get. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen because why? The very same voting, the very same political system, those politicians are managing the very same system that were created by people who put us where we are or who created this to keep us where we are. So what do you think? Why do you think those things, you participating, you being there, you looking things, doing things the way within that structure is going to help us? It is not going to help us. What is going to help us? It is us going back, remembering who we are, remembering ukuthi wena as umuntu omnyama, you are not poor. You are not poor. You were never poor. You still are not poor to date. Until we remember that and stop falling into this thing, people saying this is for pure people and we including ourselves there. I will do a separate video talking about who are poor people, who are really poor. For now, let's go back. We will never be able to take what is rightfully ours as long as we are not going back to who we truly are and seeing ourselves for who we are, not who we are told we should be or are. Thokozani.